What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red River Aviation. Hope you guys are all on a fantastic day today. And today we have my 2-year anniversary on YouTube. On July 29th, 2017, I made this YouTube channel, my very first ever video, which is American Airlines Boeing 737-800 takeoff and landing video from Tulsa, Oklahoma to Chicago O'Hare, a trip that I took that summer. And I thought that would be a fantastic idea to make a YouTube channel again, as I've been in between all kinds of channels over the years. And well, since then, 2 years later, with a near 500 subscriber count, which I know that's in the title, but it's just an early celebration to go with it, and nearly 35,000 channel views, and all you guys to celebrate the 2-year anniversary on July 29th, 2019. So I really want to thank you guys so much for making this just a really fun thing to do, something for me to turn to when things go wrong in my personal life or things aren't the best that they could be. And really, for aviation to be that for me is just something that I can't describe how thankful I am, even though people may call me weird or whatever. It's what I enjoy to do, and I think everybody should have what they enjoy to do respected, in my opinion. And you know, it's kind of unfortunate that that's not always a key point in most people's lives, but sometimes we just have to go with it. So if you are new to the channel by this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I haven't even gotten into what this is. This is a DFW airport update of a DFW layout from 5 years ago on one of my previous channels. This was a layout from Gemini Jets 15, what I'm going to call the T shape, which by you can see it's literally a T. The fold-up table goes that way and then down and down. So originally back in 2014, I'll give a brief recap of the channel real quick. By the way, at the end of the video will be the original video that I'm going off of for this update. So I'm going to do it very similar. Most of it, the planes I still have and stuff. So I'm going to go off of that video. It was uploaded February 25th, 2014. So 5.5 years ago. So the brief history goes as I started a YouTube channel, and I want to say it was, I don't know why I'm getting this confused. I believe it was May of 2013. Yes, May 2013. And I'll upload the first ever airport update. I don't know if it'll be on screen or not. I'm not going to guarantee it, but it might. You never know. So anyways, this video was just an airport that I had. It wasn't, I believe it was a fictional airport, but I remember planes such as a Qantas A380. I believe there was a China 787, Air France A330. At this point, I've been collecting for less than a year, 9 months to be specific, and I just did it for fun. I never thought that it would turn into what it has today, but that's what it happened. So in 2013, once again, I started doing DFW airport updates. Let me think about this. I did do DFW airport updates on that channel, I believe. I believe I did a few of them, but I've had countless layouts over the years between these fold-up tables, and I don't know if there was ever a DFW update on the ground. I can't recall that. I highly doubt it. But there was a ton of fictional airports and one-off airports and things like that that never made a big presence. In 2014, I moved operation, or I think it was late 2013. I moved operations over to Gemini Jets 15 because I did not want my full name in the title. You're more than welcome to go find those channels yourself if you'd like to. I'm not very proud of them, so I'm not going to state them publicly. But if you have a quest and you are really interested to go find them, I'm going to leave it up to you. Gemini Jets 15, I already said I'm not going to say the first channel, even though some of you, even the OGs, may know it, but may have still followed me since those days. Maybe one of you guys, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not proud of this first channel especially, so I'm going to leave that for another time. If you guys want to go find it, you're more than welcome to. But anyways, 2014, I did better DFW airport updates, I would say, in different fashions. I also did takeoff and landings, some FSX stuff and a few other videos before I took my hiatus from YouTube, and it would have been late 24, I believe. Yeah, I believe early 2015. I made one update on January 1st, and then I ceased operations at the Gemini Jets 15 channel. I uploaded some one-off videos for, I believe I had one review, and then I called it a day with that channel. And YouTube really didn't, I don't know if it didn't interest me or what, but I simply took a hiatus and didn't really come back to it until 2017 on July 29th, when I wanted to upload some takeoff and landing videos, and I did just that. And then we moved into making, I wanted to do DFW updates again, once again with different layouts, which that's when it all became really similar to what it is. I went from July of 2019 till around mid-September. I did have a DFW update in October, but then another hiatus due to school reasons and me being unmotivated to do much. But really when it all got started is when I had a illness called mono in late 2017, around November, that really deflated my work levels, and really aviation was put off to the side till May of 2018. One day I went outside and I thought it would be a great idea to start consistently posting to my Instagram profile, Red River Aviation, again. And I did just that with posting a picture every day, and I've kept that going since May 19th, 2018. So count the days. We're working on 400 or so, or probably 450 or 500. So that's just awesome that I've been consistent with that. I'm just really proud of that. And then in late May 2018, I also did a channel update on where I've been. And ever since then, I've been consistent with YouTube. It really all got kicked off last August when I started doing a video every Friday, and then this summer when I started doing a video every Monday, and now I'm trying to do a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But it's just really special how some dedication and some fans and yourself showing off what you love can turn into. It's just so special to me, and that's why we have this DFW airport update today. This will not be in the DFW airport series. This is a special technically. It is going to be a retro DFW airport update is what I'm calling it. So once again, this is based off the February 25th, 2014 Gemini Jets airport update on Gemini Jets 15, the YouTube channel. It is done by me, just on a different channel, so it will be at the end of the video. Once again, if you'd like to watch through to see how this airport's really changed, if you'll notice, if you do watch that at the end, how very similar they are. I mean, they're very almost near identical. There is a couple of planes and a couple terminals, or just one terminal that's different. I could not find my hangar or my old Gemini Jets, or the second Gemini Jets terminal, the blue. I believe I misplaced them when I rearranged my room at a different location where I took a lot of stuff, and I guess it slipped my eye when I took it up there. So I'll definitely get those back over here at some point when I have the time to go get them from where they're at. So besides that, this is the retro DFW airport update. I'll note if a plane is not what it was in that update, but this is the update that we're basing it off of. The link will be in the description if I remember. Fingers crossed. If not, you can just go look up Gemini Jets 15. And at the end of the video, if you just want to watch it, you can just hear my let's see, how old would I have been? I would have been 11-year-old self. I'm near 16 now, so yeah, if you want to go listen to that, or you can watch it first. I just thought that putting it at the end would be more convenient for you guys, so you can hear myself now, like you guys are used to, before you listen to a awful squeaker version of myself from 2014. So I have the whole diagram here on paper of the airports and everything. So we're going to start exactly how we started that update. There is a few planes that are in here that I did not have at the time, so keep note of that. I'll definitely note everything, but I have it all on paper. The update was around 7 minutes and 29 seconds, which I never do videos that short anymore. So yeah, but we will keep it as Wow. This is kind of off topic, but that is a very big grasshopper. I've not seen a grasshopper that big before. Interesting to see it on an upstairs window, out of all things too, but that's pretty cool. Something different. I'm not a grasshopper person or any insects or anything like that. So anyways, this is where I started the update. So the new model for that update, the only new model I believe, was a Lufthansa Airbus A330-300 in the previous paint scheme with the orange tail, the old livery as call it. Of course, you guys know that I don't have that model anymore. I forgot exactly how it broke, but I had an engine problem and the landing gear messed up too. So that was a decent mold, but this is even better mold. So this is our substitution for it. It is a Lufthansa Airbus A330-300 in the new livery. I did show the box as well for that old plane. I did not bring the box up because I didn't think it was that important, but still cool. I also mentioned that I was going to be going spotting at Tulsa International Airport that day, which I thought was pretty cool too. But yeah, anyways, this Lufthansa Airbus A330-300 was going to Frankfurt in that update, and this is where I started. So this was my layout. For whatever reason, a domestic gate. At the time, I didn't have many heavies, which I added some of them back. Some they're over there, and then there's a 767 over here, which we'll get to at the end. But we're going over every plane that was in that update. So at the time, I had a British Airways Boeing 747-400, which now I don't have that. I have a 777-300 now, so this will do. I also thought it was pretty cool how I used the Gemini Jets terminal as it was originally intended to be used. So British Airways 777-300, which was a 747 heading out to London Heathrow in that update. This model is correct. 5.5 years ago on this was one of the tables. I did not have the white table at the time, but in a very similar position as what it was 5.5 years ago. Here we have an American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER in the old chrome retro paint scheme, or retro now I guess you could call it. He was heading out to London Heathrow at the time. 777-200s got repainted very quickly. This was one of the last updates that technically they were in. There was some in the old livery as the heavy planes got painted like that. Next up, this plane's correct too. Most of them will get correct. Those first two were really shaky. So here we have American Airlines Boeing 777-300ER in the old paints or new old mold new paint scheme, heading out to Sao Paulo, which is a route I really need to use more. Between Los Angeles and London Heathrow, you guys will get sick of me saying it, but yeah, hopefully you guys don't get too sick of it. A model that, oh yeah, if you're here right now, I can say that today I won an auction for a Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Maryland 1 paint scheme for a very high price. It came to my mind because I bought this model for a very high price, a near $100. It came out to $116 with the shipping and tax, but I'm more than glad to finally get another Southwest model in the collection. So for whoever's here, there you go. Here I have an American Airlines Boeing 767-300ER with winglets, a model that I praise. Such a good mold for 2009. I sent this plane to LAX that day, Los Angeles International Airport, as you'll hear multiple times throughout the video. So really wish I still got to use this plane, but it's still nice to always get to bring it back in a video like this. Yeah, I know there's no landing gear now. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I had landing gear at the time, but yeah, we're making do with what we have, guys. Here we have an American Airlines Boeing 767-300 in the new livery with no winglets, and I sent this plane to Miami in that update. So one of the things that I still struggle with, but I'm not near as bad as what I was 5 years ago, was I had a very difficult time coming up with routes. I sounded inconfident. I sounded not very motivated and encouraged to make updates, which I thought was pretty sad. But I would have been in, I think that update came out at the end of my 4th grade year. Let me see here. It may have been 5th grade, because 2015... or let me just backtrack. So 18, 17, 16, 15 was 6. Yes, 5th grade. Sorry for the backtrack, but I want to make sure I had that right. So I was a little young at the time, to say the least. But yeah, Miami for him. This model is correct. American Airlines Boeing 777-3, or actually not, technically not, but very similar. Gemini Jets had a total of 3 American Airlines Boeing 777-300s in the new livery release. They obviously had the chrome, which they didn't know that they were changing the livery when they made that. Then you had the first mold, the first release, which you guys just saw. The second, which was here, that model ended up getting broken by my sister. So the third model, or the third release, is right here, and they haven't released any since. American Airlines Boeing 777-300ER, the third release, heading out to London Heathrow once again. Very interesting gate setup by myself, but I think it looks pretty good. Here's a plane I wish I got to use in the old livery, but then I do have quite a few of them in the new livery. Now here we have an American Airlines Boeing 757-200. As in that update, he was heading out to Boston. I said to change it up, which at the time it was inconsistent, but here and there they would fly 757 to Boston. So interesting, but definitely something interesting. So I don't think this MD-80 was in this proximity. I think it was more over to the right, but it's close enough, in my opinion. Here we have American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-83, or it's a 2 technically, but it's a 3. I just called it the MD-80. Heading out to New York JFK, which I cannot confirm if they flew MD-80s there at that time or not. I would say no, but they may have, so give me a break. 2014, Red River Aviation wasn't as smart as 2019 Red River Aviation, of course, but you gotta love these MD-80s. Really sad that they're getting retired. Near a month now, we have 5 weeks. So, however, the good news is that the last revenue flight in Tulsa, I think we're within days of making that be a reality, reservation-wise. Here we have American Airlines McDonnell MD-80. He's heading out to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I believe the flight number, or I said I believe the flight number is 434, which could have been right, could have been wrong, probably was right, knowing me. At that time, I guess I looked on FlightAware because I took a huge hiatus from flying MD-80s into Tulsa. I flew into 2013 August, so maybe I remembered it from that. Otherwise, I didn't fly an MD-80 into Tulsa until, making sure I get this right, I want to say it was actually the summer 2017, which is pretty sad to say, but I'm pretty sure it was. But that's before I absolutely cared about the MD-80, but nevertheless. Here we have an American Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the chrome paint scheme. He was heading out to Houston Intercontinental is what I called it, but Houston IH is what I call it now. So anyways, Houston Intercontinental International Airport. I can't tell you where, but somewhere in here I switched around to the other side, so I'm going to do that now. Just because the view's getting bad. Sorry about the lighting. The clouds cleared up since I looked outside. When I started this update, they were pretty bad, but ever since they've cleared up. So, yeah, unfortunately, as you can tell, in my wall, I have a portion where there's no windows, so not perfect lighting, but definitely really good. But, oh my goodness. It's almost, just to see that, makes me think of 2010 when I originally, or 2012 when I started watching Gemini Jets airport updates and just seeing the Ben Powell's Jumpy 3922s and Gemini Jets 13s and let's see, AA Flyer 777s, JetBlue 2010s, Lone Lawyer 6 especially, I mean, you name it. It's just pretty sad to see that. I mean, we're in a good place as a community. I don't disagree with that. It's just that era was what got it started. Once again, YouTube originated in 2005, and people were making videos as early as 2006. Give the Lone Lawyer 6, though, he was definitely the beginning of it all, from what I know. But I didn't make my debut till 2013. So I can say that I've been here a very long time, though, and with all the other guys that are still making videos to this point. But I can say that my best work hasn't came until the last. Really, I've been proud of the stuff from the last 3 months or so, but I would say it's all acceptable since my return to consistent YouTube in 2018. Anyways, this American 737-800, I believe I said, yes, he was heading to Houston. So this American Airlines McDonnell MD-80 was heading out to Palm Springs. They probably did fly him to Palm Springs. I can't confirm that, but at one time or another, they probably did. So Palm Springs for that McDonnell MD-80. And then here we have a McDonnell MD-82, the JetX. This was the plane that was used for it. Heading out to San Diego. I believe they also flew him to San Diego. I'm not going to keep saying if I know or not because I really don't, but I'm pretty sure they did. So, yeah. At the time, I only had a couple of the 737s in new livery, so I'm only going to keep a couple in. So I could have just flew it in and just brought in all 6 of them or however many new liveries I have, but I decided to keep it fairly simple. Here I have American Airlines Boeing 737-800 heading out to San Francisco in the new livery. That's where I sent it. And once again, if you didn't notice, I recorded, that would have been with my iPhone 5S that I recently got at the time for that update specifically. There was times where I used my camera and stuff too. I even mentioned in the update using the camera so I could get it out quicker, because if you upload it on the computer, and I still find this true, if you upload it on the computer, it's much faster than uploading it via YouTube or at the time YouTube Capture, which is what I used actually for that update. And I don't know if you guys remember, but the shakes in the camera was just, I didn't really like it, and I'm glad that we're using actual cameras now. But I don't know if you guys will notice, but I hold the camera like this very low. That was because I'm assuming I was probably fairly weak. You could tell I was dreading making the update, but I did. So, and it's not because it has the most views, but it's the video that, this was the layout originally when I thought of this idea. I've had this idea in the back of my head since probably May, maybe March or April. It was definitely not recently. I've definitely had this ready. I've known this is what I've wanted to do for this anniversary. But anyways, I knew I wanted to do this layout specifically. Once again, I remember the tables over there and an update and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, but yeah, to say the least, we have progressed in a big way. Here we have an American Airlines Boeing 737-800, another chrome. Heading out to Los Angeles, why not? Gotta love it. I also did have a board under this. The reason that I'm not using that board today, which is behind my couch, is mainly because there was paper and there were some horribly drone gates on the paper. So that's why I just went with the fold-up tables. I didn't think that making horribly looked paper was necessary here, but nevertheless, probably one of my favorite models of my absolute whole collection. Here we have an American Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the One World paint scheme, heading out to none other than Miami, which I sent the 767 over there too, but I still have that habit to send some of the bigger planes over to Miami and Los Angeles very frequently. Anyways, yeah, Miami. Absolutely love this plane. I can't believe they didn't keep it in new livery. I don't know why. Really, the chrome was where it stood out, though. I mean, you're not going to find that shine anywhere else. And God, I just love it. I'm so glad that I got it when I did, because I bought this plane for a whopping $129 because it was definitely rare at the time. But the reason that I'm glad I got it is because it's never on eBay anymore. The 777 that you'll see later on in the video, I got that in 2017 for a whopping $40, and it is still hard to find. The 767 with winglets is on eBay right now. Probably when you guys are watching this, it has little time left if you're watching it early. However, it is definitely a those two. I mean, if you find them, I would sell them for a package for like $300. They are, if you can find a still for somebody that thinks it's old livery and doesn't matter, is awesome. I mean, you'll still fly Gemini jets like that. Like I found an American Eagle Embraer 145 on a bid with no competition, new livery, and I got it for what was it? $38, so it's definitely possible. On to this American Airlines McDonnell MD-80. Now, the reason this is in the, or the next plane's new mold, there's a couple etched MD-80s in this update. That the one down there, somehow I completely lost an MD-80. Misplaced something. It literally is gone. I went from 5 to 4 on the Gemini Jet's first release, so no clue. American Airlines McDonnell MD-80 heading out to New York LaGuardia, which I'm pretty sure they flew from DFW. Actually, I know they did to Chicago. However, yeah, still pretty crazy that I was able to come to New York LaGuardia. These chrome birds are just amazing. American Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the chrome livery. Heading out to Denver, and I mentioned that I would be taking this flight, which I did, and it was awesome. And it was on new livery in 908. No, it was 809 NN because the model's 908. So I don't know why I thought that, because there's a lot of things with those numbers. So 708 SW, the Gemini Jets model, was the Southwest 737 that I flew in new livery. We actually have talks about something that may be happening this coming spring break, that Southwest has been mentioned as a airline that we may fly, saving American miles between my parents and myself for something different next summer that I'm really excited about. But keep that in the back of your head. If you remember that, there's a very likely chance that, or not just likely, but a really good chance that we'll be flying Southwest at some point coming up. So keep that in the back of your guys' heads. Anyways, I said Denver, but yeah. But 708 SW was the first Gemini Jets model and the first SWA 737 new livery I've flown. And the last SWA plane I've flown was, so I went to Las Vegas, and then that summer, I went to Orlando, and then I went to Dallas. Yeah, so the last Southwest plane I've flown was the 737-300 from Dallas to Tulsa. That will be my last ever 737-300. And my goal is to get on Canyon Blue, but if they're really getting repaid by the end of 2019, which Maryland won, if you're curious why I bought that, yes, it does have the old tail, but number one hasn't been repaid to this point. Number two, if I need to, I can print a really good piece of paper and put it over the tail with the new Southwest. What I really want to do is get another Triple Crown 1 and put it on a the Maryland 1 mold. But if I can't do that, I will I'll just paper it, and you know, it's the fuselage was the hard part. I also could make a custom New Mexico one because the fuselage is in the old livery's out for that, and Nevada one. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I definitely was considering it, but it would definitely be a project. Next up, we have an American Airlines Boeing 737-800 with a ton of dust on it in the chrome livery. Heading out to Seattle, and I struggled on this plane, and I was like, I really don't know where to send this guy, and I struggled bad. It wasn't very funny. This is the MD-80 I'm talking about. This is the 2019 release, but once again, that MD-80 went missing, so American Airlines McDonnell's MD-80 heading out to Charlotte. Yeah, I don't think we flew MD-80s to Charlotte. I think it was definitely more of a 737 destination, or heck, could even have been RJ's before the merger. If you guys have information on a lot of these flights, leave them in the comments. I'd really like to know what the history was if you'd like to. Please leave a like on the video if you haven't already, and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I hope I said that before, but I may not have, so the animation would have been early in the video if I didn't say it. But yeah, I'm not going to put it that late in the video, though. I'll tell you that right now. So yeah. Next plane, American Airlines Boeing 737-800 heading out to Cancun, which I don't know why would it said Cancun. I guess it was since it was on the end. Technically, I called these international gates, but Yeah, interesting. That MD-80 I added into the update. So American Airlines McDonald's MD-83 heading out to Oklahoma City. Wanted to send MD-80 to Oklahoma City, but I didn't do it in this update, so I thought I would do it here. Yeah, awesome. We're backlit now, so let's head over to the other side, which the sun's coming out, and I don't know if you guys know, but I really don't like cloudy weather at all. I'm really glad it's been sunny this summer, and not very excited to head back to the winter with cloudy skies around. Last winter was really bad. Near every day was cloudy, very low clouds, just horrible weather. But the winter before that, or especially the spring, but the winter before that in 2017-18, it was definitely a lot better. So hope for a bounce back winter. I really need lighting for the updates, but it's going to be hard to come by if the weather's not going to cooperate. But this summer, ever since May when we got out of the big rain, it's been really good. So I don't know why that gate's not in its socket. But, oh, I think the terminal moved. That may have been some of it. But sure, that gate, I don't know why I didn't put it over there. And I also have DSLR pictures. I was testing my new point and shoot camera at the time, the Film G. It was like the SD3280, actually. If you want to know where it is, there it is. I'm always going to have it because it's pretty special to me. It was my first ever camera, so. Nevertheless, back to the update. I just thought that was kind of interesting. There is one update, or one update exactly, where I used that to make a DFW airport update on Gemini Jets 15. So if you'd like to watch that, it was in August 2014. It had the A319 on the thumbnail. Here we have American Airlines Boeing 757-200, the luxury liner. I said that it was, I said some real interesting things about this plane. I said that it was, okay, get this. I said that it was going to get, okay. This is kind of complicated, so I can't remember which I said first, but I said it was going to get, I believe first I said it was going to get refitted with winglets and stay flying. That came in from Los Angeles. No, I said it was getting, okay. So I said it was getting retired first, that its last flight was coming in from Miami, but then I say that it's going to get refitted with winglets and that it's going to head out to back out to LAX. So I don't know. One of those two. Take it as you want. Here I have American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER, and I said this was going to be heading to Boston, and I said I didn't know where Boston came from for our 777. Then I decided to send it to LAX. So yippity-doo. Anyway, American Airlines Boeing 737-800, which I sent to San Antonio, which was a good route in my opinion, in that spot. And over here we just have an American Airlines 767-300 with no winglets, a luxury liner, literally sitting here. It was to throw in, and I wanted to throw in all my chromes, so did just that. There's the lineup, beautiful view of some chrome planes we never get to see anymore. Now let's head over to, we have one very ironic sequence here with this next terminal, which you're probably wondering where all the other airlines and American Eagles were. Once again, if you didn't know, before around 2018, even 27, or probably till 2017, I had a very weak American Eagle and other airlines portion of my stuff. I mainly built up my American collection before I've recently varied off. Over here, this terminal, I originally was watching the airport update the night before. This was like a month ago, probably July 8th or so, when I was cleaning my room. And now it's, yeah, so like 3 weeks ago. I was watching the update the night before, and I see this terminal. I was like, I don't remember that terminal whatsoever. I cleaned my room the next day, and it was in the corner of the closet. Not kidding. So, yeah, here it is. It's definitely not bad. I mean, if I redo the top, like just paint over that, the 3 white portions. Well, the other side's horrible. This side's the good side, but it's definitely salvageable. I can definitely use that as a terminal, maybe for the storyline airport updates. But anyways. Oh. So this plane was in the update, the American Eagle Embraer 145. This was the Skyliners. There was 2 Skyliners at the time. One broke. The other is here. anyways, he's heading out to next terminal. I sent this to off-land writing. Did I not write down where I sent the first American Eagle ERJ-145 Skyliner? I think I got mistracked and didn't write it down. Well, I'm trying to remember where I sent it. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have it on my sheet here. The other Embraer 145 I had was with the double gates. I represented that again. Heading out to Atlanta, which was pretty interesting. These three I've got since the update. That was in December 2017. That's a JC Wings, I believe. That in September 2017, and that in December of 2017 too. So, yeah, they're just here. I don't have routes for them, but I guess you could say Lolton, Oklahoma, Knoxville, Tennessee, and Mobile, Alabama. So there you go. So that terminal was B, and then I have my E over here, which is pretty much the same, just one plane off. Yeah, let's head over to the corner. And I have all these planes over here, which were not in the update, but that I do want to feature. So give me some time to run over. Okay. Delta MD-90 heading out to Atlanta. I did not say anything special about this. I was pretty much done with the update at this point. I didn't want to be done with it. Spirit Airbus A319-112, I said, in the digital livery. Heading out to Fort Lauderdale. United Airbus A319 heading out to Houston IH, which I'm really glad I just got this model back. I didn't have it for the longest time. It broke, so I didn't want to have to use probably would have used a like A320 or something. But anyways, glad to use this model again. I haven't used it in a couple of years. United Bombarian CRJ-700 in the blue tulip livery, absolutely beautiful. Heading out to Chicago O'Hare. JetBlue Airbus A320 in the striped tail heading out to New York JFK, which I said in the update, but it could have been going that they flew Embraer 190s at the time, and it could have been only Boston. I didn't know if they had New York JFK, but now that we only have Boston, so. Alaska Airbus Boeing 737-900ER in the all-white Chester livery. I originally had the 737-700 in the Portland Timbers paint scheme here, but since that model has been broken, so. Anyways, he's heading out to Portland, of course. Now I have an assortment of other models. Here's the overview of the terminal. Gives me Lone Warrior 6 feels, to be honest with you. Look at that portion. I'm just going to make that the thumbnail. Don't even edit it. Unfortunately, I don't know if I put a picture up on screen, but I have a picture from last Christmas. Or the Christmas of 2016. What am I talking about? That will show the transition of the DFW airport. So hopefully you guys liked that last DFW airport update thumbnail. It was different, so definitely tried a little different on it. And then there's a lineup of American Eagles and some good lighting. Those are my 5 old livery planes. So this is a 2019 American Airlines McDonnell MD-80 release. I'm taxiing in from Raleigh-Durham. Air Canada Express Bombarian CRJ-705 coming in from Calgary. I can't confirm. Anyways, on to this portion. Sorry if I was off. I had another interruption. Starting with the American 767-200 luxury liner. I don't know if these flew in very often or not. I'm sure they did at some point for one thing or another. Anyways, he's heading out to Los Angeles because it was the Los Angeles and San Francisco to New York. So any of those three, whatever you want to call it, on that flight. Spirit Airbus A319-112 in the digital livery. Heading out to, let's go Denver. A beautiful American Airlines 757-200 in the chrome livery. I don't think I had 2 at the time, so that's why I didn't get featured in the update. Coming in from, man, the clouds really dissipated. Awesome. Keep it that way for life. The mornings and the evenings in the summer, I think, are when like the air is like less adaptable to have the clouds here in Oklahoma, and then the afternoon portion from around 12 to usually around 5 or so is when it's very likely that big partly clouds will show up. Anyways, heading out to the one and only, let's go to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Missed that daily flight. Thought I was dragging cords. Seems I'm dragging something. The carpet's like off over here. Here we have Western Airlines Boeing 737-800 heading out to, I don't know where they flew at the time. Let's say Calgary. Hopefully that's where they were. I believe Aeromexico is flying Embraer 190s at this point, but if not, anyways, here we have it, heading out to Mexico City. And to finish it off, we have an American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER in the One World paint scheme, looking absolutely phenomenal. Let me, I'm actually going to clean it real quick to get the dust off it because it looks horrible. It looks better, but it's not perfect, of course. Anyways, he's heading out to Paris Charles de Gaulle. That'll do it for the 2-year anniversary. I'm going to put you guys on the tripod, and I'm going to sit here and talk about life and the channel and stuff, of course. So I don't know why I didn't have the tripod prepared. My bad on that, guys. You can forgive me later. Hopefully the video is good. That's all I hope that was. Yeah, there's my sheet. I'll show you guys how bad my handwriting is if you guys want to see it. So somehow I can understand this. But anyways, let me get you guys a awesome looking view. Yeah, you can tell that there's not much room. This layout was definitely a little crammed in just a few spots. I wonder if you guys would want the terminal or the chrome side. We'll go with terminal and I'll change it probably. Yeah, that's a lineup. That is a lineup, I'm not gonna lie. Especially the left, take that one new livery out, but that was what was in the update, so that's why it's how it is. Anyways, guys, thank you to whoever sticked or supported me any portion of time on this channel, whether you're brand new, have been here for 3, 6 months, 9 months, 11 days, 2 years. If you know my original channel, comment in the comment section and maybe you'll get a shout out on one of the future videos. Or anything that that would be an interesting fact about an interesting fact from the past, and anything from one of my 2 former channels, which at the moment I think this is my third and definitely my indefinite channel. I have no intentions, no plans, no nothing on discontinue my YouTube channel as of right now. I will say once college comes up, which will be 3 years from around now, which that's a long stretch to say. Hopefully I don't get bored of aviation or anything. Don't think I will, but definitely will be an interesting situation. It really just depends on where I'm going and if I'm commuting or not. If I'm commuting, it's not going to be a big deal at all. However, if I'm living in a dorm room, it's definitely going to be huge. I can say that I'm not looking at as of right now to leave the proximity of where I live pretty much. I think I'm going to stay very close to home within a few hours probably. However, subject to change, I may end up going somewhere crazy, so I'm open just to commute. So number one, I know this probably shouldn't be a priority, but hopefully it's making money by that time, which I proved myself wrong before. I said I wanted 500 subscribers by the end of the year, and we're at 462 as of recording. Hopefully more, but it's been slow the last week or so. So please hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell if you haven't already. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Your comments are, if I don't reply, it's just that they're all adding up and I'm OCD and I try to reply to them all at once. So don't take it personally, but I see it, and I'll give a shout out to the best comment that I've seen in a while the other day on the DFW update. I believe it was Michael Williams was his name. He made a really cool, very short rhyming poem that said, "Roses are red, violets are blue." Hopefully I'll put it on screen. But anyways, it was roses are red, violets are blue. No matter how long a video, they're awesome. They're epic by you, and that just really made my day. That people really do care and enjoy what I do and find it entertaining and cool. And it's just really hard since I don't have that with any friends or anything like that in my real life. But being able to come to this and sharing what I love and having people interact is just such an underrated quality that I really don't understand why more people aren't doing stuff like this with their passions. And there's thousands, or why am I saying thousands? There is, yeah, millions of YouTubers, but some of them just are like me and have 500 subscribers, and others have millions of subscribers. Tell you right now, I'm going to go off my thank you list to YouTubers who are either here, gone at this point, or have some way, one or another, influenced me. Also, Instagram will be after this, so just people in general. We'll start with the YouTube side of things. So yeah, if you hear your name, you can comment, but if not, if they ever hear this, thank you, but if not, yeah, and I'll mention some of my friends too, and all of the things like that. So, beginning with YouTube, One Lawyer 6, huge thanks and inspiration from Gemini Jets 13, amazing guy. AS Aviation, also known as Hottie A, huge thank you to him. He really has an awesome YouTube channel. I highly recommend you guys go look at those three, Gemini Jets 13, AS Aviation, who are consistent, or yeah, I would say consistent. Next up, why am I forgetting names? AA Flyer 777, gone, but thought that was worth mentioning his name. JetBlue Fan 2010, Jompy3922, or now the Ben Powell. His channel's still around. Highly recommend you go check some of his on Heathrow videos out. There's a lot of updates in the past that I cannot recall what YouTuber name they were, but definitely in the early 2012 realms, there was a ton of people. To some more recent names that I can think of. If I come up with some older names, I'll do that once again. But to my fellow newer guys that I know, Aviation 18, huge shout out to him. His channel is growing rapidly. Absolutely love his content. Make sure to go check him out. Justin Winslow, amazing content from him, even though he's been kind of inconsistent, but that doesn't change that he's a great YouTuber. Gemini Jets 2000, awesome guy. AT Luback, very good, even though he's in college now. He has a situation that I fear, not being able to do updates, but still love his content, his support. Citrus Aviation, very supportive, always in the comment section. I can always count on him to be there. If I can count on one person, it's definitely him. But yeah, you can call the MD-90 a route if you want, but I didn't know how you wanted to go about that. And just so you guys know, we do have routes for all four of my airports. And I can say that there's a huge 5th airport coming, and I'm so excited to give more details on that at a later time. But we're going through names right now, so that's besides the point. I spilled my water. I get AT Luback, and who I was thinking of was Aviation Blue Tech. Awesome channel, go check him out. Oh, old YouTuber, Gemini Jets 333. Awesome airport, has the same terminal and all, and the Big Mad and everything. Sorry, I could go on for days. There's a lot of people. I'll get to the Instagram side of things because there's a lot of people there too. I'm trying to make sure I get everybody on YouTube. I know he's not around anymore, but in 2017, a big supporter of mine was Oliver Bennett. So if he ever sees this, I know he's on Instagram still, but I wanted to say thanks to him for all of his support. And YouTuber wise, I'm trying to think if there's any other names that I am, for whatever reason, forgetting, but I'm going to check my sub box just to make sure, because I really want this. I know if you're here at this point, you're here for the long haul, so might as well should Oh, FSX wise, I know this is a little off, but FSX 404, you guys may remember him, and he's since changed his name, but huge thanks to him. Oh, there's a lot. Now they're all coming back to me. Wow. You get to listen to this list, but huge thanks to him. 757 US Airways, still making some content. Thank you to him. 99 Carnut, or botched that. 99 Carnut, whatever it is. Unfortunately, he passed away, but huge thank you to him. He had some awesome content. Make sure you go subscribe to him. That was a really sad deal for our community. Air Force Proud 95, of course. I'm going through the list. Aviation.nco, great YouTube channel, does some awesome trip reports. Ben Powell once again. Charlie Suzelman, who has awesome trip reports. He had a ton back in the day, but still big thanks to him. He's still making content, so go support him. DJ's Aviation was still a huge channel in our community, so thanks to him. Gemini Jets 46, big shout out to him. Also Gemini Jets Braylon, I don't know since where he's been. Gemini Jets 1975, big thanks to him. FSX 404 changed his name to GV, the pilot now, and he has a blue dot. And he uploaded a video 4 months ago, kid flying a Piper Archer. So nothing big. Not the FSX content, of course. iTrip Report, AS Aviation second channel, Jahays Aviation. Matt Davis's for FSX content. Oh, he's doing real life stuff now. That's interesting. Almost 200,000 subscribers. Norwegian Plane Spotter. That's kind of more of an Instagram name, but thank you to him. Hopefully this isn't getting too boring for you guys, but this is what happens towards the end of videos. And just to make sure I didn't miss any retro names, I will check my Gemini Jets 15 and my original account sub boxes, which hopefully that won't. I have a ton of subscriptions, so we're in it for the long haul. We may push an hour again, like the last update. A lot of you guys mentioned that, but hopefully it was good. The watch time was good, so I'm assuming that you guys watched it. So at this point, I went over the main material of the video in the beginning, and then if you want to stay for this portion, you are more than welcome to. Anyways, this channel I used for a lot just to watch people, so there's a lot of just junk names. Gemini Jets 5, that was an Instagram name, but still came through, so. Let's see if any names catch my NWA 941. Yeah, that's one of the retro names. He hasn't made a video in 5 years, but I remember he had an awesome. Was it Detroit Airport? Let's see if he titled his airport updates. Man, NWA 941. I remember that, man. Yeah, the 4x3. Man, these were good views for the time. I mean, 2000s every video. Now it's just titled as Gemini Jets Airport Update, but I'm pretty sure it was Detroit, which he had a lot of Northwest stuff, so that's kind of sad. But Star Alliance, man, I don't know if he was 839 at one point or not, but huge thank you to him. He has an awesome airport, so I highly recommend you go check him out. Just going through the list. I'm glad I found NWA 941. He deserved a mention. Gemini Jets Collector 3, that goes with US Airways, 757 US Airways, and Gemini Jets 13, but huge thanks to him too. CVG Delta Flyer 757. He still has videos. I may be watching that tonight. That big thanks to him. TJ Live 5, awesome airport. I don't know if he's still uploading or, yeah, he's since not uploaded any videos, but big thanks to him. Kevin Salgado or Quesogado 17, if you guys remember him as that, big thanks to him. He had some really cool airports, and he also reviewed the new Gemini Jets terminal, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm still looking here. A lot more names than I anticipated. We're towards the bottom though. Hey, your Flyer 777's back. Gemini Jets A1190. He even mentioned me in his airport for a situation, which was pretty cool. But thanks to him. This is tough to look at, just seeing all these guys gone. Gemini Jet or JetBlue 210's back, and that's that for that sub box. Now I'll go to my very first sub box, which back in the day I didn't subscribe to many people, so this may not be a big point, but I still want to look. This is back before the notification bell became huge. Some duplicates. Ton of duplicates. Still a looking. Patiently looking. Multi 777X, also give him a shout out because he was big. That was more of Instagram. On to the Instagram portion of things. One of my only aviation friends in real life, but that deserves a shout out. Matthew Johnson, also known as OK Ave Geek. He's an amazing guy with some awesome military aviation. Highly recommend you go check him out. To my other fellow friends at Tulsa. Matt Siebert, Ralph Dunez, and that's through those. They both have Instagram profiles too, so you can go check those out. Now on to everybody else. KCLT Aviation, Jared, huge thanks to him. One of my great friends from this awesome community. Let's see here. Let's get some other. Let me make sure I don't. Fly Guy Aviation, Tyler. Big thanks to him. Or people that I just enjoy their content, but I'm going to head over to the my following tab just to make sure I don't miss anybody. Chris Cooper, Captain Cooper 8, Super 80. Thanks to him. JFK.spotting, Zach, his the Plane Guys, his YouTube channel. Go check him out. He's got awesome content. New Mexico Aviation, also known as Caleb. Go give him some support. Brian Harrison, Brian Avey, great with retro photos, especially. That's where I'd go for retro. Still follow CVG Delta Flyer. He hasn't posted since posted on Instagram a couple of years ago, but doesn't upload any videos, unfortunately. That's just where we're at in life. John P3922. That's hard to look at. Yeah. Unreal. Just making sure I don't miss anybody, guys. Didn't anticipate this video being so long, but here we are. Just making sure I don't miss anybody, but I'm towards the bottom, so we're about to wrap up this video because it is definitely longer than I anticipated. And a ton of airlines. That's it. Guys, I think that'll do it for the 2-year anniversary. It was definitely special. Just want to say, if you, once again, and if you've supported me in any way, a huge thank you goes to you from me. It just means the world that I can do this, and somebody finds enjoyment out of it. If you guys haven't already, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I will always be here to keep growing this and just keep doing this because this is what I enjoy, and you know, I've put so much time into this and there's no reason to ever back off. So I'll keep you guys informed. There's a lot of exciting things coming soon. The next video on Friday will be I'm not sure if I'm going to make a video on Wednesday or not. I doubt it as of right now. Early storyline update for August of 2018 will be out on Friday, and you guys really seem to enjoy those. Now the series is starting to really take off. So, and then the following Monday, I've not decided what airport update will be coming out. It may be the Reno one-off or the potential Reno airport series that we'll do. Tulsa, Pensacola, or Albuquerque. I haven't decided. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep going with Albuquerque at the beginning of the month or not. I haven't decided that yet, but yeah. And that's your future outlook. Schedule's kind of, I need to start school before I can. I'm definitely going to keep all the Gemini Jets airports going and the trip ports. That's all that I can confirm right now. I can also confirm there'll be one video every Friday and very likely a video every Monday too. I doubt I'm going to stop that with all my airports. So it's just pretty crazy that really just can't believe that summer's already almost over. I've definitely made the most out of it though and did a lot, and it's still awesome. But hopefully you guys look up to me as a Gemini Jets or just an aviation YouTuber in general. I've really tried to make this, tried to be the most not only consistent but content wise. It just really sparks my interest when I see a long video. I don't know about you guys, which you guys may not like the longer videos. And that's why the beginning is for everybody, and then towards the end, like right now, is for anybody who wants to listen. So I really thank you if you made it this far. All I can say is the support is unreal, and hopefully one day I prove myself wrong and make this a career or something. I don't know, but I'm definitely not going to give up, and I definitely want to make something out of this. And even if it's just the support and just interacting with people, that's all I can ask for from this, because this is truly something I can't. Something special. Something very special. Once again, thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed this 2-year anniversary 500 subscriber special. More content on the way. As always, if you want to keep watching videos, there's more than plenty. There's days worth of content, so don't think that you're ever got nothing to do if you want to watch airport updates or trip ports or anything like that. Yeah, anything's there for you guys. And yeah, I'm gonna have to put up this, edit all this tonight, so I'm just going to call it a day right now. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to this point, you are a fantastic person. You'll have good luck for the rest of your life. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I have a lot of stuff coming, and I'm really want you guys to be a part of it. Please check me out on Instagram at Red River Aviation for all my photography. And if you want to keep watching any sort of content, I have plenty of it on the channel. Once again. And with that, not much more to say besides thank you, and excited to go on to 3 years and 4, 5, and new subscriber milestones and anything you can think of. It's awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video, and until next time, Red River Aviation is signing off.
Hello YouTube, I extremely apologize for not being on YouTube lately. I think it's been about a month, but yeah, so I got a new model. It's and a new camera as well. I'm going spotting in a bit, probably, around I would say probably 3 something. So at Tulsa International Airport. So yeah, today. So this is the Lufthansa E330-300 by Gemini. I'll do this real quick. Show you it. Here it is. It's a really detailed E330 mold. I should have made this video with my camera, but this would be a much easier way to get it on YouTube. So, so I'm not going to do an update because you guys know the routes, except for this guy's going to Frankfurt, Germany. Guys, I'm been really bad with YouTube because I have no time. Well, I guess I can spare an airport update real quick. Yes, I'm gonna do it. Okay, so let's get started with this bad boy. I don't care how long it takes me. I'm gonna get it done. Lufthansa E330-300 going to Frankfurt. Oh, I forgot about the box with him. Okay, let's get that out. So, first show is some 500 going deeper. I really like these two now. That's my second heavy, that's not American. American Airlines 777-200 ER on the London Heathrow, and 777-300 ER going to Sao Paulo. American 767-300 ER going to Los Angeles. The other 76. I'm going to this stupid gate. There. American 767-300 going to not Houston. I'm sorry. This guy's going to let's say Miami. American 767-300 going to ER going to let's say London Heathrow. American 757-200 just arrived from let's do a weird route and do Boston. American Indy 80 going to JFK for different. American Indy 80. This one is going to Tulsa's flight 434, I think, at this time. American 737-800 going to Houston Intercontinental. American Indy 80 is going to sorry, I'm just gonna get around to this other side. So we're on this Indy 80, I think. This guy's that's pretty cool. But this guy's going to Palm Springs. American Indy 80 going to San Diego. American 737-800 going to San Francisco. American 737 going to Los Angeles. 737-800. American 757-200 going to Miami. American Indy 80 going to LaGuardia for different. I really am done with LaGuardia. American 737-800 going to Denver. I will be taking that flight. American 737-800 going to let's have this guy go to, I really have no idea for this guy. I would say for this guy, let's just send him out to Seattle. Marking San Diego and Charlotte, North Carolina, CLP. Marking some 800 going to Cancun. Marking some 200. The gate, well, I got a gate over here actually. Let's pretend he's coming in. This guy's getting retired. He made his final flight from Miami, and he's going to be parking up, and he's going to get wingnuts and took off the 757 luxury liner, and he's going to, next flight for him is going to Los Angeles. American 777-200 ER going to no, I'm sorry, I don't know where Boston came from. American 777-200 ER going to Los Angeles. I knew a lot of Los Angeles, Miami's, and American 777-800 going to San Antonio. And my heavy lineup looks pretty awesome now with the Lufthansa. Now we're gonna go over to our friendly Terminal B, Mercury Ember 145. I want to get these moved real quick. Okay, American Eagle Ember 145 going to let's say Savannah, South Carolina, and American Eagle Ember 145 going to Atlanta, Hartsfield Jackson International. Delta ND90 going to Atlanta, Hartsfield Jackson. Ignore the background. Spirit A319-112 going to Fort Lauderdale. United A319 going to Houston Intercontinental. United Series 700 going to O'Hare, Chicago O'Hare. JetBlue A320-200 going to New York JFK. And West Carolina's Portland Timbers 737-700 going to Portland. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment, rate, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.